Welcome to Cooking with Soy. I'm Judy Gillard, otherwise known as Chef Judy from the Judy a la Carte Show, and I'm at the Hy-Vee store with the pleasure of cooking with Jane Reason from Nebraska Pork Producers, and we're going to do some of your favorite comfort foods, but we're going to kick it up a notch with a little good nutrition by using soy products. So Jane, let's get cooking.
Okay, sounds good. I am excited to make these for you today, Chef Judy. These are soy orange pork chops, combining delicious soy and orange juice, using delicious lean Nebraska pork, and I think we're going to really enjoy it.
One of my favorites.
Yeah, you bet.
Okay.
So let's get going. What we have here is some lean, delicious Nebraska pork chops, and what we're going to do is start with some fresh squeezed orange juice, about 3/4 of a cup. And then we're going to, and then we're going to add to that the soy sauce, about 2 tablespoons. So we're going to mix that together, just a little bit in the bowl. So to that, we are going to add some sugar.
That's going to caramelize the pork chops
give it a little, give it a little sweet. And we're going to also put in some fresh thyme, which I learned from you how to do.
How to take it off with a little
how to do that.
Yes, we do it
throw
backwards.
in some fresh ground pepper.
All these have just great flavors and very simple.
It's going to be a great flavor combo. And then some fresh garlic, one of my favorites. These have already been scored, but what we're going to do is take these lean pork chops and we're going to score them. We're going to cut into them about 1/8 of an inch on a crisscross diagonal. And what that does is that allows the pork chop to absorb the marinade and just take on more flavor. We've already scored these, but we're just going to quickly score this chop right here. Okay, and then if you'll hand me that bowl, and remember to use a nice sharp knife when you're doing that. Anytime you're working with meat, you want to have a nice sharp knife, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, that's one of the most important things. People hurt themselves more with dull knives than they do sharp knives.
Makes the job a lot easier. Okay, so we're just going to put these in the bowl or in a nice pan, glass or stainless steel, and then we're just going to pour this marinade right over the top of it.
Oh, I can't wait to try
Doesn't that look great? So we're going to let those marinate for 30 minutes.
Okay, well, while those are marinating, I'm going to get going with my potato dish. Okay. And what we're going to do is I'm using 2.5 pounds of russet potatoes. And I like russet potatoes for mashing because they're more flaky. They're going to give you just a little better mashed potato.
Okay.
So I'll cut the very tip off. And then we'll cut it in half, and we just want to get nice, even pieces so they'll cook evenly. And then I'm going to put these in cold water. Let me get my pan up here. Cold water. And you kind of saw how I did that.
I did see that.
So we'll put these in cold water, and then I'm going to add raw garlic to this cold water mixture. And to smash a garlic, you know, the best way to cut the garlic is to take your knife and just hit it right on your cutting board. And that's going to mash it and let you get this peel off really easy. A little, and I'm going to add this garlic to my cold water. So these are my potatoes that I've cooked and I've drained. Now, this is my secret to these, is I'm going to add 4 ounces of tofu. And this is better than cream cheese. It's just healthier. You don't have cholesterol in it. You have some protein from the soy, and it's going to cream in really well. And they also have this in the herb flavor. So if you wanted to use more herbs, you could do that. So I'm going to add 4 ounces of tofu to this. And then to start out, I'm just going to add a little bit of salt because I just want a little to enhance the flavor, and I really like using salt that I grind fresh. The same with my pepper. I like your pepper that's ground fresh because you get a lot more flavor from it. Now, I'm just going to, I have a little butter I'm going to add in this as well, and I'm just going to mash these up. Okay, Jane, so now we have them just like nice country mashed potatoes.
Those look fantastic.
And I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of butter. So we're ready to serve these as our side, nice and healthy mashed potatoes with our pork. Okay, now our pork chops have been marinating for a half hour, so shall we get them on the grill?
We should. Don't these look fantastic?
They really do.
We're going to go ahead and get these on the grill. Now you're going to have some leftover marinade with this. But what I would suggest doing, listen to that sizzle.
Oh,
is that fantastic?
yeah.
And they smell so good. But what I would recommend doing is you've got a little bit of leftover marinade in the bowl. I would take that and reduce that down a little bit. And then when your pork chops are done grilling, just pour that over the top. Let's talk cooking temperature with pork.
Oh, yeah.
Very important. Used to be 160 degrees internal temperature, and now USDA has lowered that to 145. So these little pork chops right here, 3 minutes on a side, absolutely perfect. You want it a little pink on the inside, so to keep it juicy and tender, which leaves us just enough time for you to whip up a delicious ranch dressing.
You're right.
Okay.
Now, the difference in this ranch dressing is I'm going to make it a lot healthier by using silken tofu. I'm just going to add some lemon juice.
Yum.
I'm going to add silken tofu that I have cubed up, so it will go easy in my blender. And our favorite, the Hidden Valley Ranch dressing mix, which started the whole craving.
That's
to
right. And the
ranch
beauty
dressings.
of tofu is that it kind of takes on the flavor of anything you put it with, right?
Exactly. So that's what it's, and this is a great dip too.
That's right.
So we're just going to whip it up. Now that this has the perfect texture on it, how's the pork chops doing?
Oh, we are doing great. Look at that.
Oh.
You know, just a nice little bit of brown on that. I think what we're going to do at this point is we're going to take these and we're going to flip them. Maybe. It's a little help. They're hot, but they smell fantastic.
They do.
And we've got a little bit of that extra marinade that we talked about before that we have reduced down. So we're just going to take and put a little bit more of that on top of the chops. Smells great.
It does.
And we're just going to cook it for about 3 more minutes, and we're good to go.
Perfect.
Great.
Okay, Jane, I think we're ready to plate.
I think so.
Okay, we're going to start by adding the potatoes right in the center of the plate. Nice and high.
Fantastic.
Don't those look great?
really
nice
good.
country potatoes.
It's going to go great with our pork chops.
It is.
So, and they are ready to go, by the
Good.
way. Look at that.
Those are beautiful.
Beautiful brown color. Nice and tender. Just cooked them a few minutes on a side.
Nice.
And, you know, actually, you know, we scored those a little bit to absorb the marinade, and it makes for a nice presentation.
It really does.
Okay.
Ooh, yum.
So there's that. And then we had, you know, we had a little reserve marinade, so we reduced that down a little bit. And what we're going to do is just kind of drizzle that right over the top. Isn't that great? There we go.
Oh, nice.
Great.
Now, I'm going to finish dressing the salad.
Okay.
And I'm just going to add a little bit of our dressing. Just.
That looks fantastic.
Oh, I know. And this is, it makes such a great dip and a good dressing. And then to add a little more benefits to it, I'm going to add toasted soy nuts. And these are just incredible.
That's a great extra texture to it. Gives it a little crunch.
It will. And you know, these are a great snack too.
You bet. Well, Judy, this meal looks absolutely fantastic. It smells delicious. I can't wait to try it. Where can viewers find these recipes and learn about all the great things we've talked about today?
They can find the recipes on the Nebraska Soybean Board's website or on the Bean Team's Facebook page. And remember, the Nebraska Soybean Board reminds you to eat well, eat soy.